The sea, a vast, ever-changing field that roils and dances, seemingly on a whim. Its depths seemingly infinite and unknowable. Many myths and folk tales explore the seemingly infinite place that is the ocean, where the sun disappears and where many a foul beast lurks. But from the coasts of Japan, as with the many rocky shores of the Mediterranean, there is something lurking, looming, a maiden of the sea that inspires awe, fear, and confusion. The Ningyo. The Ningyo, or human fish, is supposedly found lurking around the coast and other aquatic locales of Japan. A visage that appears vaguely of a human's face, and perhaps upper body on a long, fish-like or serpentine body. Depending on when and where the story is told, the Ningyo can have many attributions. At some points in its history, it was a sign of luck and prosperity, whilst in others it was a bearer of ill omen, sometimes with such legends falling in between then and there, one way or the other. Stories of these mermaids, for lack of a better word, date back well over a millennia, and supposedly one of the earliest instances of this took place during the 27th year of the reign of Empress Suiko, and describes how twice on the Gamo River in what is modern-day Shiga Prefecture, a Ningyo was caught, and it appeared to have the form likened to that of a cross between a child and a fish. Not too long after, Prince Shotoku would encounter a Ningyo while along the shores of Lake Biwa, and there the Ningyo would explain that its current form was a result of its bad life choices. The prince, seeing this, would go on to found a temple there, instituting a statue of the Kanon to relieve the Ningyo of its horrible fate, and as an example to those who would dare pass by. In other tellings of a similar story, however, the Ningyo died before the prince, and wanted its body displayed as a means to show people the ills of living a horrible life. A more recent story of the Ningyo takes us 220 years ago. The year is 1805. The location, the shores of Shin Minato City, Toyama Prefecture. From the sea, a beast nearing or exceeding 11 meters in length emerged, its maw fierce and pointed like a demon's, its head adorned with golden horns, its underbelly a fiery red, and its voice like thunder. Panicked fishermen saw the beast and unloaded at it, firing from their guns, the number of which vary, with some tellings saying over 400 had to be fired to finally kill the beast, and when it died, it roared like thunder, shaking the land for nearly 4 kilometers in every direction. This thunder beast, as it would be addressed later, was believed to be a messenger, or maybe a direct message from Ryujin, the dragon god. However, its message sank into the sea with its death. Ningyo are not all monstrous forms and killings, though. Apparently, if one were to catch it and eat it, their lifespan would be extended for centuries, as was the case of Yao Bikuni, or the 800-year-old nun. Sometime in the past, a man had caught a very strange fish, one looking vaguely of a human woman, and upon taking it home invited everyone to come and eat it with him. Upon seeing its human face, however, the guests were less than enthusiastic about it, and while being polite as they could in accepting the meat, they took it and hid it amongst their clothes as to not offend the host. As the party wound down, one of the people attending wandered home, his clothing containing a piece of this Ningyo. He was drunk and thoughtless for the most part. His daughter approached him and asked if he brought any gifts home. In his stupor, he bestowed upon her a piece of the Ningyo, only to have a realization a moment too late, as his little girl gladly took it and ate it. Panicked, he watched his daughter, but nothing happened. Years passed, and the girl grew up to adulthood, but then she suddenly stopped aging. Days rolled into weeks, months, then years, with the girl never aging beyond the early adulthood. Everyone around her grew old and died. Husbands, several, in fact, her parents, her friends, all aging and dying, while she remained young. Having lived centuries, she decided that it was unfair to love and lose, and thus became a nun, and began touring the world. Various countries she visited. Always young, always polite, and always untouched despite her age. When she had seen the world for all of its beauty, she returned home, now some 800 years old, and she died. Her life was one well lived, and lived well beyond anything else, all because of the flesh of the Ningyo. As if I need to tell you to be wary when you see a human face on the end of your fishing line or in your net. Pray that it is only a giant freshwater salamander, or only an oarfish, for if it is a Ningyo, even blessings can become curses. As always, thanks for watching, stay hydrated, and be good people.